How to practice in real time effectively. First, try to say the alphabet by yourself. You will hear the correct pronunciation. After that, try to imitate the sound. In order for your brain to remember faster, we put the Chinese characters and the pictures also. Remember, only focus on the pronunciation. We will learn vocabulary in the next videos. So don't worry. The more you practice, the better you get. Feel free to stop the video and take a break if you need one. Okay, now we're ready. Let's get started. Can you read this one?
Do you pronounce it like B for boy in English? No, it's wrong. It doesn't sound like B in English. In Mandarin Chinese, initial B sounds almost like P in expensive or speak. Try to repeat after this.
波波
Can you read this one?
波波
Now repeat after this.
波
Can you read this one?
拔拔
Now repeat after this.
拔
How about this one?
不不
Now repeat after this.
不
Can you read this one?
拜拜
Now repeat after this.
拜
Now try to read this one.
杯杯
Now repeat after this.
杯
Can you read this one?
报报
Now repeat after this.
报
Let's continue with this one.
Same as English, initial P sounds like P in panda and pear.
坡坡 Can you read this one? 坡坡 Now repeat after this. 坡 How about this one? 爬爬 Now repeat after this. 爬 Let's continue with this one.
扑扑
Now repeat after this.
扑
Can you read this one?
拍拍
Now repeat after this.
拍
Now try to read this one.
跑跑
Now repeat after this.
跑
Can you read this one?
Initial M sounds exactly like M in monkey and Monday.
摸摸
Can you read this one?
猫猫
Now repeat after this.
猫
How about this one?
马马
Now repeat after this.
马
Can you read this one?
木木
Now repeat after this.
木
Now try to read this one.
麦麦子
Now repeat after this.
麦麦子
How about this one?
梅花
Now repeat after this.
梅梅花
Can you read this one?
摸摸
Now repeat after this.
摸
Let's continue with this one.
Initial F sounds like F and foot and fish.
佛佛
Can you read this one?
佛佛
Now repeat after this.
佛
Now try to read this one.
斧斧子
Now repeat after this.
斧斧子
Can you read this one?
飞飞
Now repeat after this.
飞
Initial D doesn't really sound like English D for dog at all. Now say the word.
Despacito.
Yeah, the sound of T in that word is similar to the initial D in Mandarin Chinese.
的
Can you read this one?
打打
Now repeat after this.
打
Can you read this one?
笛笛子
Now repeat after this.
笛笛子
How about this one?
肚肚子
Now repeat after this.
肚肚子
Can you read this one?
刀刀
Now repeat after this.
刀
Now try to read this one.
袋袋子
Now repeat after this.
袋袋子
How about this one?
豆豆子
Now repeat after this.
豆豆子
Let's continue with this one. Can you read this one?
Initial T sounds like T in table and tin.
科科
Can you read this one?
塔塔
Now repeat after this.
塔
How about this one?
突
Now repeat after this.
突
Can you read this one?
抬抬
Now repeat after this.
抬
Can you read this one?
逃逃
Now repeat after this.
逃
Can you read this one?
头头
Now repeat after this.
头
Can you read this one?
Initial N sounds like in notebook and night.
呢呢
Now try to read this one.
拿拿
Now repeat after this.
拿
Can you read this one?
怒怒
Now repeat after this.
怒
Now try to read this one. Can you read this one?
女女
Now repeat after this.
女
Can you read this one?
男男
Now repeat after this.
男
Can you read this one?
脑脑
Now repeat after this.
脑
Let's continue with this one.
Initial L sounds like L in lion and balloon.
了了
Can you read this one?
拉拉
Now repeat after this.
拉
How about this one?
路路
Now repeat after this.
路
Now try to read this one.
驴驴
Now repeat after this.
驴
Can you read this one?
捞捞
Now repeat after this.
捞
How about this one?
楼楼
Now repeat after this.
楼
Can you read this one?
累累
Now repeat after this.
累
How about this one?
How did you just pronounce it? No, initial G doesn't pronounce like English G for game. I couldn't find the exact same sound in English for this one. But I have one word we can try to help us get the right sound for initial G in Mandarin Chinese. The word is Oscar. Oscar. You hear that? Yes, the sound of letter C in Oscar is the right sound for our initial G. You can try it as many times as possible to get the right sound.
哥哥
Now try to read this one.
鸽鸽子
Now repeat after this.
鸽鸽子
Can you read this one?
鼓鼓
Now repeat after this.
鼓
Now try to read this one.
盖盖
Now repeat after this.
盖
How about this one?
给给
Now repeat after this.
给给
Can you read this one?
狗狗
Now repeat after this.
狗，狗，
Can you read this one?
搞，搞，
Now repeat after this.
搞，搞，
Let's continue with this one. Can you read this one?
This is simple. Initial K sounds like K in king and kitten.
科，科，
Now try to read this one.
可，可，
Now repeat after this.
可，
How about this one?
哭，哭，
Now repeat after this.
哭，
Can you read this one?
开，开，
Now repeat after this.
开，
How about this one?
烤，烤，
Now repeat after this.
烤，
Can you read this one?
口，口，
Now repeat after this.
口，
Now try to read this one.
The final initial for today. Initial H sounds like H in hello and hamburger, but softer.
喝，
Now try to read this one.
喝，喝，
Now repeat after this.
喝，
How about this one?
虎，虎，
Now repeat after this.
虎，
Can you read this one?
Hải, hải,
Now repeat after this.
hải,
Now try to read this one.
黑黑
Now repeat after this.
黑
How about this one?
好好
Now repeat after this.
好好
Now try to read this one.
猴猴
Now repeat after this.
猴猴
Good job. Remember, practice makes perfect.